So if you've been living under a rock and you haven't seen the newest season of Love Island, you definitely don't know about Olandria and Shelly, the queens. But if you know, if you know, you know. So today I'm gonna be doing a makeup tutorial inspired on Makeup by Esther, which is an amazing makeup artist. Like, I mean, her looks are literally incredible, y'all. And that blush that she does, it just was doing something to me. Like, look at this look that she did on Dochi. Like, that blush, it's just so beautiful, especially on people with this complexion. Like, come on. And I've been obsessed with the looks that she's been doing on Alandria, like, especially for this press tour moment. Honestly, she's just the queen. Like, Esther, you know what you're doing, girl. And everyone in the world is watching, and everyone in the world is eating it up. I also gonna be honest with y'all, I sat down to film this makeup tutorial. It is 10:42 p.m. It's 10:42 p.m. right now, and I tested positive for COVID a couple of days ago. So it's been a challenging day, I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel good. I don't feel the best. Part of me is wondering, like, why am I even filming right now? Part of me was wondering if I should even film right now, but the other side of me was like, honestly, really tired of not doing anything throughout the whole day, just being in bed. Then I also scroll a lot through social media these past days, and really the looks that Esther has been doing has been giving me so much life that, like, I kind of wanted to try something out and recreate something out, you know? So before I even start my brows or anything, the first thing I'm gonna do is just moisturize my skin and kind of like make sure that my skin is ready for this full makeup thing. I'm gonna go with the Benefit Pore, what is this? The Professional Smooth Sip Moisturizer. I have used this for many videos. It's just a really delicious moisturizer, and I love the little packaging. And it has nice niacinamide as well to help with the pores appearance. I kind of like to do like a full Benefit face sometimes, because when you combine that with the Professional, that's like a killer combo. My brows have definitely seen better days, so I'm gonna go ahead with the Brow Enhancer. This is a gel wax product that, like, it has a little bit of tint as well. This is from CoverGirl. I have this just to kind of like flatten my brows first and give it some kind of shape with a little bit of tint. But as you can see, I'm only using this kind of like in the front of the brow, because that's where I have the most hairs. And now for my brows, I go with the Benefit Pencil 375, just to make sure that kind of like the pointy ends are well drawn. There we go. I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer, and this I'm using a really light concealer. And then using a flat brush, I'm just gonna take a little bit of that concealer in the ends of the brush. And then I'm gonna use this to kind of like carve out the brow from the bottom up. Actually, and now I'm gonna take just that same concealer, and I'm gonna use that to kind of like create like a primer for the eyeshadow. And as you can see, this is a really bright concealer for my skin tone. So I'm just gonna blend that throughout the whole eye. This is reminding me of 2016, 2017, when we used to do the Pia Louise base in 00. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what I mean with that Pia Louise base, because that was definitely a moment in time. For eyeshadows, I want to go for like a sultry, sexy but simple and matte look. I'm usually used to doing like very shimmery looks, so today I want to challenge myself to do a full matte look, even though that I'm going to be using one of my favorite palettes that has the most beautiful shimmer rose. This is from Lunar Beauty. This is their Nude Prism palette. But first, just to set the full eye, make sure that everything looks good, just to set this on there, I'm going to go with the lightest shade in the shade Bare in a fluffy brush. And this I'm gonna just make sure that that concealer is set and not moving. Look at the difference. This eye versus this eye. This is set, this is not. That's pretty good. Now I'm gonna take the shade Moody, which is like a really deep chocolatey shade. And this shade, with that same big fluffy brush, I'm gonna start kind of like diffusing it into my brow from the outer part of my eye. This I don't really care how messy it is gonna get on there, because I'm gonna like clean that up later with makeup wipe. But the only thing that I want to do with this is kind of define like a fake liner situation that I think it's gonna work perfectly for me. And if you notice what I'm doing, it's literally just blending in a horizontal line from the outer part of the eye into where the brow ends. So when I look forward, it looks like a, you see? Yeah, I know you can see it because I can see it too. Also, it's been a while that I haven't done like makeup tutorials and things like that, or like makeup content. I feel like it kind of like fell off the planet in terms of like my makeup content. I feel like I was being judged a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I was being judged by myself. I was being judged by my peers. Everybody was posting the same things, and I kind of got bored. Like, beauty content got boring to me for a little bit. Like, and I'm sad even to say that out loud, because makeup and beauty content is one of those things that really made me found who I really am and like connect with my transness the best way possible. But it hasn't been feeling like that for a while. So I was like, I don't want to keep doing these. Like, especially those like Miami events. I'm sorry, but I don't care about doing 17 events that are all for influencers, but nothing about the makeup. A lot of my peers and a lot of people that I know in the industry, they're just dying to go to this event to get free PR and free makeup, but like there's nothing literally coming out of it sometimes. So like, I ask myself sometimes why? Why am I even attending and spending so much time into like supporting these brands when these brands don't give a fuck about me? Now I'm gonna take an angled brush. This would be perfect to do like a contour. And I have used these for contour. But I'm gonna take the shade Tease. Is this cute like brown, but it has a little bit of yellow as well. And this is the shade that I'm gonna do to kind of like cut my crease. So I'm gonna start in the middle of where I want that to be the highest point, and just start creating kind of like a shadow moment. We just keep blending until it reaches like that bottom of the brow and it connects with the other shade. And as you can see, this is also another horizontal line. But then when I look straight forward, it all makes sense. Or does it? You know what I'm thinking now that I'm adding these? I don't really love it. But I did want to also be honest with y'all and like tell you like what I'm gonna do now to fix this. You know, I think I don't love it just because it looks like I mix undertones without really thinking. My brain is kind of off because of the COVID. I'm just gonna blame it on that. But it looks like it's too warm up here and then too cool tone in the bottom. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. This is gonna be a risky mood. Pedro. Oh my god, my cat is behind my backdrop. Hold up. Anyway. He got out from there. Now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the shade Bloom For You, which is like a deep purpley shade. I'm going to take the excess off. I'm going to pray that this works. Actually, I'm going to also dip a tiny bit into deeper, which is the black shade. Now I'm really scared. Yeah, now that the brush is coated with those two colors, I'm just gonna take that right in the middle and just blend. I feel like it looks good from far away, but not really. Do I need to blend more? Yeah. Ooh, that's scaring me, girly. You see? Much better. Much better. And it gave me that cute little like blended moment, you know? Like, now, while I blend this, I want to tell y'all, I found a job, but I found a job at Target. I know, that sounds kind of weird. In a way, I'm still even adjusting to even telling people that. I feel like here in America, the competition culture is very strong. And like, I just know that there's a lot of people that are gonna judge me for even getting a job at Target, you know? But like, the reality is that for a trans woman to find jobs has been very difficult. It has been very difficult for me to find jobs as a trans woman. And like, even though that in my past I was a very accomplished like social media manager, social media strategist, like social media beauty influencer, I feel like all of those facets of my life were from a different time, not really where I am right now. It's not that they don't really align with who I am right now, but it's just that like my values have changed and the way I work has changed with the more I become myself, you know? And I gotta respect that, and I gotta like find a place where I can be me and I can make money without really compromising like my time, which is like what I learned that I need to value the most, to be honest. I'm gonna take with a fluffy shade the Sheer Bear again. I just want to reinforce this out here. This is something that I recently been seeing a lot of makeup artists do, like a very soft but blurred out or smoked out, a blurred out smoky eye, and I am very into that. I just think it looks so beautiful and it opens up the eye a lot, you know? Honey, this blend is immaculate. We're done with eyeshadow. Honestly, I don't want to do too much today, but I do want to do a cute little liner moment. So let me do my 24/7 inks from Urban Decay. Oh no, she's kind of like peeling. Whatever, let's see if she works still. And I'm gonna try to do something that I've never done properly, which is that inner corner liner. So let's see if I can do that. I already messed up. I did too thick of a line. Let's hope that, you know, blends. Holy fuck. Now it's in the bottom? What? What's going on? Oh my god. I'm so pissed. Okay, what? Oh my god. I'm gonna blend this just to help myself out while it's still wet. Wow, I did not like that. Could it be because the product was old? Probably. Shit, I didn't even finish the other liner, y'all. I wasn't trying to do so much of a smoky liner, but now here we are. This is my solution whenever I mess it up. I just like do a little bit and try to blend it out. Although that looks horrible. I'm gonna try to put a little bit more of this bear shade just to see if that helps. Too freaking late. Look at that. Luckily I'm gonna clean that up in the bottom, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a mess. What a mess. Don't you hate it when just the liner, like, look, you see? That could have messed my whole look. I mean, it almost did. Whatever, liner. I'm just gonna, whatever, liner. I have a friend that her name is Liner Batty. That's why I laughed when I just said whatever, liner. I feel like I was talking to her. Whatever, Liner Batty. Anyway, Miss Ink, I need, like, I don't know. We need to figure out what was wrong with her, but whatever. We're gonna put some lashes. Now that my lashes are done, I'm gonna go ahead with my primer, and this is the Benefit Professional Primer. Today I'm using for the first time my Professional Foundation, so I think let's do a full professional face, you know? And we can instantly see that this primer blurred out everything, and it feels really, really delicious on the skin. So now let's put that foundation to the test. It's my first time using the new Professional Smoothing and Blurring Foundation, so I'm really, really excited. It says to shake it well. She's well shaken. And now I'm gonna do just two pumps actually. And with a clean brush, I'm just gonna spread this and see what she's like. Ooh. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's wild because I'm kind of shocked because I have seen a lot of foundations claim that they're blurring, but this is actually very blurring. This side compared to this side, I can see that this looks like I have a filter on, basically. Something that I do want to say that she is like medium coverage. I can still see a little bit of my pigmentation that I have in here from shaving earlier. But so far she looks really beautiful. I'm gonna do two pumps on the other side of the face. Wow. Mm-hmm. I feel like this could be easily spread with like the hands. Wow. Look at this. It definitely doesn't feel so heavy. I feel like the match was really, really good to my skin tone. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you all think? I think that yes, there are claims that it's a very blurring foundation. Totally. It's definitely giving me like medium coverage. I feel like I need a little bit more around the areas that I had like a little bit of redness. But it does feels and looks really, really pretty on the skin. Really pretty benefit. Okay. I feel like for these areas that I need a little bit more coverage, I'm gonna do like one pump more. And this time I'm gonna like, instead of dabbing and dragging the foundation, I'm just gonna like do little dabs. Just to make sure that it increases the coverage in those areas where I really want it. But this color, it's a perfect match for me. You kidding me? Like, look at that. That looks beautiful, y'all. Now I want to do a little bit of green contour, so I'm gonna go with my Benefit Hula Cream, the Hula Wave. This is their cream product. And I'm using that big brush that it comes with it. But I love how natural looking this bronzer slash contour is. I'm gonna apply just half of the face first, just to show y'all. Okay. Do you see how beautiful and carved out my chin looks here? Versus here, it looks more open. I love it. Okay, now I think we made it to the part that I was like most excited about, which is the concealer slash blush combo. First, I'm gonna take the Boing concealer. This is a concealer that looks really, really good on me, but it's also really close to my skin tone. So I'm gonna kind of like pack it on first. So this is the plan. We're gonna do concealer, blush, concealer. So first, using my natural skin tone. Okay, now that we blended that, I'm gonna take this like thick brush, and then now I'm gonna take this gorgeous baby pink blush from CoverGirl. This is their True Sticks. And these, I'm gonna start applying it up here, but also I'm gonna bring it up here. And this is really what makes a Makeup by Esther look. That super low blush. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared of how this is gonna turn out. And now we just start blending. And now on top of this, we can apply our brightening concealer. I think, in my opinion, this is that little trick that really does bring the look up to the Esther level. With another brush, I'm just gonna blend that up. Wait a minute. I kind of love that. We're definitely getting somewhere with this. Now let's set this. First, I'm gonna use the ABH Translucent Setting Powder to set my under eyes. This I'm just like pressing it and making sure that that powder also brightens my skin. I think that looks gorgeous. I'm gonna take the One Size Ultra Pink powder, and then whatever was left in that ABH, I'm just gonna blend that. So this gives me like a gorgeous like 2-in-1 combo, right? So I'm gonna take those two, blend them out, spread them in here. And this is what I'm gonna use to set the blush and also the other areas of my face. Okay, now this is starting to feel like a Makeup by Esther look. We're gonna take a tiny bit of Hoola bronzer. This is just in their powder version, just to make sure that whatever we bronze, it's also set. You're probably gonna be like, Christina, what are you saying? But now we're gonna add more blush on top of this with a powder baby pink blush. This is from Kimchi Cheek and Plastic Tiara. Yeah. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I'm adding a little bit of bronzer to the nose just to make sure that, you know, she's connected with everything else. Now we're gonna set it with the Professional Super Setter. And now that my skin is ready, I'm gonna finish the eye off camera, just doing a little bit of black under the eye, and I'll be right back to do my lips. Today I want to show you one of my favorite lip combos. First, starting with the CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain in the shade 45. I'm just gonna line my lips. Then without blending or doing anything, I'm gonna go ahead with the shade Flash of Flesh. This is from Miss Fame Beauty. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. It's this gorgeous like concealer like lip. I feel like it blends everything out. And then to just cover that up and make sure that it shines throughout the day and it's fully blended, I'm gonna go ahead with the CoverGirl Yummy Lip Plumper Gloss in the shade Freeze All Day. And I love this because it's like clear, but the shade has like a beautiful like pink and blue reflex to it that is just like perfect for this lip combo. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And this is the final look, mis amores. What do we think? I think it looks so beautiful, so fancy, so stunning. I'm not going anywhere. It is almost midnight. It's literally midnight right now. I have COVID. I am sick. But I wanted to do my face and look pretty just to kind of like get my energy up. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like more tutorials like these. Definitely I was inspired to do that under eye blush and I think I really love that. I think the Glam came out really pretty, but let me know in the comments down below what do you think about it and what kind of other videos would you like to see me film. This month I'm gonna be filming a lot more makeup tutorials and things like that. I really wanna like come back to this, which is just me having fun in front of the camera. And I feel like I did it today, which is just what I needed honestly after feeling so sick. And not sickening, just sick. I'm literally drinking my electrolyte solution right now. Like, things are hard out there. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you on the next one, mis amores. Bye.